Hi guys, Macintosh Guide, and today is the day we have received our MacBook Neo. As you can tell, we've got this in a lovely citrus colour, and what's quite amazing about it, well, besides DVD damage in the box, it says MacBook Neo. It's this lovely colour, and the model we have received it in is an 8GB 512GB storage model. It's a 13-inch machine, and this only means that this device is going to be with Touch ID on the keyboard. So let's get straight into unwrapping it, turning it on, and then just setting the device up and seeing how different it is compared to a MacBook Pro. So obviously, as you can tell, my lighting conditions aren't perfect. However, what I have been hearing by listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff, such as The Verge, when they went into the conference, Apple put a tremendous amount of lighting on the colour to show it off, right? Obviously, why would you not? You've just released a brand new product in the line, and apparently the colours were popping off. So it'll be quite interesting to see what it looks like in person. I've not seen the other colours, and if I feel like I want to pick up the other colours, I will exchange it for a different colour. But we've picked this up at 8GB, 512GB storage, so as I mentioned before, this comes with a keyboard which has Touch ID on the device. Now, this retails for $5.99 if you're in education. It's $4.99 for the base model, which is 8GB and 256GB storage. But I've got the $6.99 model, which is 8GB 512. But I believe in education you can get this for $5.99. So big offering to the education market. Now, this is obviously clearly going to do wonders if you're looking for an entry-level MacBook. The Neo seems to be perfect. It's pretty much just destroyed Chromebooks. In my opinion, the Chromebook market should now pretty much be dead. And Windows is obviously going to be trailing right behind, because a lot of I'm going to say rubbish. Reason being is all the cheaper Windows machines, they have a lot of issues, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of people switch away to Apple. But now Apple have made it so easy to be able to get a new Mac, to enter the MacBook family. Now, as you can see, we just took the lid off, and it has this wonderful, I don't know if I can zoom in and show you. Now, as I was wanting to show you the hello, as you can see, Apple does something really nice and fun with the way that they handle their really poppy colour items, especially the cheaper market was usually where they have a lot more fun. They have like a little hello sticker on there. I'm going to put the device on the side. Now, there's one negative thing I do want to talk about, which I think companies should be held accountable for, is there's no plug. Now, if you're buying your first Mac in the UK, right? This is in the UK. We're going to talk about the Europe market first. You have to pay more money to get a charging brick. I have an M5 Pro that I've ordered in the UK that will arrive in 10 days time or so. That will not be coming with a power brick, but my M5 Max I've ordered in the States will be coming with a power brick. That doesn't make any sense to me why that's the case. However, if you are in education, I think minimum you should, of course you're getting the charging cable, which is a USB-C device, but you should also be receiving a power brick. I think that should, as standard, schools are not going to be having them lying around. It's just a way to make more money. So in reality, if you're buying this device, you're probably going to be paying, if you're buying it for education, so you're paying $4.99 for the base, probably another 40 quid for the charger. There you go. They've made their $5.50 right there from you. So just a little rant on that basis. But we've got the device right here. Let's pull it away, neatly put that to the side, and here is our lovely device. It's a lovely citrusy yellow colour, and it's really smooth edges right here. I love it. It's Apple genius, Apple engineering. This is what it should be. The design team's done a fantastic job. Now let's just walk through the device, as there's not many ports on it, as you'd expect. So as I said, lovely citrusy yellow colour. The camera's not doing it justice. It just looks beautiful, in my opinion. There is one of the speakers on one of the sides, right here. The camera picks it up. There's no other ports on this side. And it has a nice weight to it as well. It feels like it's the same weight as my MacBook Pro. Here is our USB Thunderbolt port. And then this is USB 2.0 port in terms of speed. So this you can connect to a monitor. This you will not be able to connect with a monitor. Then you have a headphone jack, which is I'm glad they still provide. And then you've got another speaker right here. So that is our Neo in terms of what it looks like from the outside. So let's boot the device up, set it up, and see what it looks like. Now here is us lifting the lid. Now I just needed to make sure earlier, so I already lifted the lid before, but it just looks incredible. The keyboard keys look fantastic. I'm going to bring this closer to the camera. The keys themselves, so they don't have backlit capability. Apple very sly about that one, but no backlit keyboard. But it does have a wonderful touch ID sensor right there. And then it's a 60 Hertz panel that Apple have fitted in onto the device. And in honesty, it just feels amazing. Now, one thing I want to test is it's a mechanical.
To use British English as the main language, press the return key.
Besides Siri coming in the way, it's a mechanical keyboard. And
za korištenje hrvatskog kao glavnog jezika, pritisnite tipku za povratak.
To use British English as the main language, press the return key.
Yes, we will use British English as the language. But guys, it just looks amazing though. The screen itself, everything looks great. I'm actually enjoying the way it looks. And there's a bit more messaging, safety info for your device. We're not going to transfer anything, of course. We're going to set this as a device up as new. Continue, not now. And I'll connect this to Wi-Fi. So let me connect everything up. Let me just go through the setup phase and then we'll look at what it looks like in terms of when you're logged in. Now, I wanted to get this in camera. It has asked for a software update. So software update is required to continue. This update provides essential bug fixes and security updates for your Mac. What if I do update later? Does it? So update late. Oh, it went through. But I wonder if it will allow me to continue. I'm just setting up a base, just a standard password and stuff, just to see what it does. But it's pretty much on par with an iPad. With the A16 iPad, it looks pretty much identical in my opinion. I was just waiting for the accounts to be created, so yeah, I'll get back to you guys when we're to the front screen. So, we've done the setup, and we're in. So as you can see, the MacBook Neo is all booted, all ready. It's let's see what version it's running actually for out of the box. So it's running 26.3 out of the box, and it says it right there that it's on Mac OS. I'm just trying to move the camera slightly a bit more. There you go. It says A18 Pro, 8 gigs with 26.1. That's the main thing. And as you can tell, guys, that mechanical, you can hear it. Now I wonder if I can set this mechanical keyboard, this trackpad, sorry, tap to click, yeah. Right hand, booyah, works absolutely flawlessly. Now, one thing we want to check when we're using this device is, can we see, let's just have a look at About first, so we can see A18 Pro, 8 gigs of RAM, 26.3, 13 inch, so it's 2408 by 1506 display. These guys a 512 gig SSD in this machine, so yeah, we're rolling, guys. We're absolutely rolling with this device. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to check what it looks like when I connect this to an external monitor. So that's the only real test I actually want to do with this device for now, and then we'll go into a more in-depth review later in a couple of weeks after I've used the device a bit more and kind of go from there. But my main aim for this device is going to be to kind of use it for being able to write some scripts, being able to do some casual stuff with it. I tried to like separate my devices for each kind of major tasks I need to do, because I travel, etc. So it just makes it this much easier. So let's try connecting this to my Sabrent Thunderbolt dock or KVM switch. So let's see how that goes. So what we've got right here, we've got our MacBook Neo right there. So let me do this. Let me pull out the Thunderbolt dock. Now you can't put it into the second port as shown here. Reason being is this does not support external monitor display. We have to plug it in to the very first port. Now what? We've had the charging indicator go off. If I click on the keyboard, we should hopefully have something sharp on display. Of course we're not going to have anything sharp on display. It's because we need to allow the MacBook, and there you go, allow. And all we now need to do is just close the lid and everything's there. It's working as we want it to work, and it's working. Look, I mean, like, this monitor is, let's have a look, displays. So it's talking about the current monitor. It's a 2560 by 1080p monitor, and it's working flawlessly. It's working at 60 Hz, so it doesn't work. This monitor can do 90 Hz, but it's only going to be displaying it at 60 Hz, and it's working, guys. It's doing a good job. So MacBook Neo, it works, and I strongly recommend this device. I think if you're a student, if you're writers, if you're anything along those lines, who's doing just not something crazy amount, if you're using a lot of web apps, etc., this is what you should be getting inside the Chromebook. This is bang for buck and premium material. So yeah, you should be getting this, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this MacBook Neo.